Hey, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. I finally got actual makeup from Influenster. If you guys watched my first Influenster Vox box unboxing, I got like pasta sauce and a bunch of random stuff. I was like, how does this pertain to anything having to do with anything? Anyway, I lucked out and got this Marc Jacobs box from Influenster, so I have to disclaim that this product was sent for free for review purposes, which is a very exciting thing to say. It comes with this little card. They have 17 different shades. I am a concealer fiend. I have always had really dark circles under my eyes. So here's the actual packaging. I'm gonna take this just right out. And it's a cute little like pocket size, like it almost looks like lipstick or like those little flow atomizers. If you watch my what's in my bag, I have a little flow atomizer that looks almost like this. And I got the color Light 23. Basically, I'm gonna do a 12-hour wear test. I'm gonna put it on at 8 a.m., check in with you guys again at noon, check in at 4 p.m., and then check in at 8 p.m. at night. So that'll be 12 full hours. I'm also comparing it to the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. The only reason I'm doing this is because this has become my go-to everyday, just like on-hand concealer. Hey, so it's 8 a.m. right now, and I just put on a little bit of, well, I put on my sunscreen first, and then I put on a little bit of the IT Cosmetics CC cream, and I avoided this whole triangle area. So it's just on my like cheek area, a little bit forehead, and on the nose and chin. So I avoided this whole triangle so we can test out these two concealers. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the color Custard. I always take this with my finger and put it on. I have a mirror under here, so that's why I'm looking down. I put it on like so. Pat it in with my finger in this whole area that I wanna cover. And then I blend it out with my beauty blender because I find that that gives such a beautiful finish to the skin. So I use this beauty blender every day to do my concealer, so I just wanted to keep it consistent with what I actually do and like how my concealers actually wear throughout the day. Okay, next I'm taking the Marc Jacobs, I wanna say this in French, like I keep wanting to say Accomplice, but I think it's the Accomplice Concealer and Touch-Up Stick in the color Light 23. I will swatch this on my hand first. Whoa, super duper high coverage. Like, really went on with a bang. I am just gonna use this. It says to glide it on your skin, so I'm gonna put it directly on my skin. It's kind of scary. Oh my God, I don't like to use too much, so I'm very hesitant. I can build it up if I need more. Influencer, when they send you stuff, oh God, this is not blending out with my beauty blender. Okay, I guess we're gonna use our fingers. So there's one thing, it's not blending out already. It's actually really hard to blend. What is going on? It's very like patchy on my skin, whereas the Nars one is not at all. It is just flush with the skin, and I'm gonna put on a little more just to make sure. The fact that they call this a touch-up stick, like from a marketing perspective, for me makes me think about the fact that like it doesn't work well enough, so you'll need to touch it up throughout the day. Like it doesn't really give me like good vibes. I don't know if that's just me being like a little too picky. I do work in marketing, so I don't know. Okay, I think we have an even amount of coverage on both sides. Honestly, the finish looks a lot better now, but it's almost like it's so thick that you shouldn't glide it on. It says to glide on. I think I would prefer to use it with my finger. I am actually going to use it on these two little blemishes I have here, and I will take my finger because we don't trust her anymore. And I'll just plop it in a little circle here, and then we'll blend out the edges. We'll see how that covers up blemishes. Usually I would use a brush for this kind of thing. Like I don't really always use my finger for this. I like to be really precise with. Okay, it looks like it covered, can you see that? Those two pretty nicely. Actually, the coverage is really nice. I can tell already. Okay, well that was my dramatic use of the product. I do think it's a good high coverage product upon like first application, and like my first impression of it is, yeah, it's a great high coverage product, and the coverage is beautiful, but in turn, I think the trade-off is like, it's low-key cakey, like it's very, very patchy on this side, whereas this side is just completely skin-like. So I feel like the Nars side is really skin-like and very flush. You can't really tell I'm wearing much on my skin, versus like this side is very cakey when I'm looking in the actual mirror that I have. But I don't know, I guess the whole point is to just see how these wear. And I will go ahead and put on some blush, some highlighter, mascara. I'm gonna go about my day and I will check in 4 hours at noon.
Hey, so I'm at work right now, so I'm really awkward, like trying to hide so that no one sees me. But here is the current state of my concealer situation. This is the Marc Jacobs side and this is the Nars side. It looks like definitely this is a lot more high coverage and it's like lasted longer. This one looks like it's faded a little bit more. This is still patchy looking though to me. I also feel like this is a lot dewier and shinier, whereas this seems a little bit like I have a little less oil on my face. I don't know, you let me know what you think. But yeah, I will check in again at 4 with another update, and I'm going to a yoga class tonight, so I'll check in after that for a full 12-hour situation. So I'll see you guys in a bit, bye. Okay, so I'm at Equinox. There's like some yoga event happening today. I'm not even a member here, but it's like a community yoga event that I'm going to, and I just want to show you where my concealer is. The texture of this one still looks better. This one still looks freaking cakey. Like, I don't know if it's because I like applied it directly on or whatnot, but I just wanted to update you. This is 8 hours in. So yeah. The coverage is still really great. It's just the texture I'm not liking. Anyway, I'll check back in another 4 hours.
Hey everyone, I'm back. It has officially been 12 hours since I put on these 2 concealers. I feel like they have both worn really well. I just did a 1 hour, relatively hot yoga class. So yeah, post yoga, and here is the state of my eyeballs. I mean, I'm looking in the viewfinder, I'm like hella greasy, but I think that's like a true test. Again, this is looking super patchy. This one looks better finish-wise, but they both lasted longer. I think the Marc Jacobs concealer is really good coverage. It's super hard to blend. Not only did I try to blend it out on my under eyes with my finger and with a beauty blender, I also tried to blend that extra, like I did 2 swatches and blended out one of them. I was like scrubbing at my hand. So you guys, I kept talking about how the texture was weird, and it was, but I wanted to give this concealer a fair shot. So what I did was I just took off both concealers and I went and put on the Marc Jacobs concealer again, and I actually unscrewed it, put it directly on my finger, and then patted it in. I still have issues with the blending. I just wanna say that. But first let me show you what it looks like, and then we'll talk about it. You can see, let me know what you think in terms of like texture and whatnot. I just feel like this had such a more natural finish. This is like almost so high coverage that it like sits on the skin and it's kind of obvious. It looks a lot better since I used my finger to apply, but definitely wanted to give it a fair shot, you know? I would say if you get this concealer, 100% I would not apply it directly from the tube. I'm never that kind of person anyway. I don't like applying stuff directly. I just feel like it's super full, but this is definitely very buildable. It is very hard to blend out, even with your finger. I use my finger to pat this on, the Nars concealer, and then I blend it out with my beauty blender and I get a beautiful finish. But with this, like the beauty blender would not even budge it. I had to use my finger from the beginning. So I do recommend using it on your finger and blending it out that way. With that said, it's very high coverage, and it definitely was more high coverage than the Nars concealer. It lasted longer, it seems. I don't think that for me, this would be an everyday concealer. I really want something, especially in the mornings, because I work a full-time job. I will get up in the mornings and I'm usually rushing to get ready. And with this, I literally just, even if I don't feel like using my beauty blender, I will just dip my finger in here, blend this out under my eyes, and GTFO, like I'm always running late. With this, I feel like you have to take a little more time, nurture it a little bit more to make sure it works properly and blends properly. With that said, I do think it's a beautiful product. I'm really impressed, even though I was not as happy with it throughout the day. Now that I've actually had a chance to reapply it and apply it with my finger, I think that's the key. I do think this is a great like event concealer or some point where you want like super high coverage that doesn't budge, but you can take a little bit more time applying. It doesn't have a scent and neither does the Nars concealer. One of my favorite concealers ever was / kind of is the Tarte Shape Tape. The way that the finish on the skin and then the lines, like the lack of the creasing and whatnot, makes that one of my favorites, but I hate that it's so fragrant. I don't like using fragrance on my skin, and I really only make that exception for lip products. So I like that neither of these are scented, but I definitely will give this a thumbs up. I'm not really by any means talking smack. I do like it, for sure. Is it an everyday concealer? No, in my opinion. Does it have super high coverage? Yes. So it just depends on what you're looking for, you know? I think I will definitely get a lot of use out of this on nights out, events, parties, special occasions. I think this will be great for daytime, just running to work. Do I have time to sit there and blend this out? They call this a stick concealer that's both creamy and full coverage. Glide on in the morning to get away with last night's indiscretions. Then keep it in your pocket or purse to touch up on the go. It layers beautifully over makeup with a seamless skin-like finish. I agree with that now that I've applied it with my finger, but I still don't think it's that seamless. I think just the amount of coverage, it's like almost impossible to get such a seamless skin-like look. Let me know what you think. I wanna hear your opinions. Like, I don't care if you disagree with me, if you agree, let me know. I wanna hear discussion because I really am kinda iffy. Like, I like it, I'll use it. Did it blow my mind? No, but you know, I definitely want your point of view. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do a lot of reviews and swatches and fun videos, so please subscribe to my channel. Click in below for more videos just like this, and I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.